artificial arms that can control I guess it's the EMG, the muscle signals. And of course, we've also all seen the robotic cat ears that you buy that wiggle. I mean, what are some of the applications that you can see with your
No one has yet come to the point. We haven't come to the point where someone's actually creating a product out of OpenBCI yet. Most of what we see are people doing research.
On what?
And everything from research that is designed to be assistive. For example, there are folks who are unfortunately locked in with maybe Lou Gehrig's disease or MS or something like this. As the disease progresses, people deteriorate and they're not able to, move their eyes and blink their eyes and be able to communicate. And so, BCI is sort of the next step of trying to, give the person their full self that's locked in a route out to communicate. And so we have people working using our technology to essentially say, yes, we can make a device that helps someone communicate. We have a couple of people that are working on building interfaces for specific individuals with our tech on this route. And then, we participate in a lot of hackathons that are, put on by organizations or schools, and, folks are doing things like concentration games to play, tilting marble mazes, things like this. So it kind of runs together between the research and then research that's been serious in terms of the math involved in trying to, understand what's relevant in the signal and pulling that out as a meaningful thing, but then use it to play a game or to, do something a bit more creative. And then also recently, I think somebody put OpenBCI on an alpaca. And then the most recent thing that I've seen on Twitter that stand out is somebody made a remote control with OpenBCI, with concentrating on the vibration to start up.
That's amazing. Joel, just to give listeners an idea of what BCI device that maybe looks like, how to describe it and where it goes and how you actually control it, the training process is involved.
Yeah, sure. So OpenBCI is a small circuit board. It's about 2.5 inches across, shaped like an octagon. And it has input pins on one side, and it's a radio control device. So we have a dongle that you can plug into a USB port that you communicate to. We try to keep the device wireless for 2 reasons. One, for safety, because we don't want people to plug themselves into the mains. And also, anything you plug into a computer or even something that's powered by the wall or whatever, there's always going to be power line noise. And the signal we're trying to read is really tiny. So any way you can reduce noise is the way to go. We also have a product that's called the Ultra Cortex, which is a 3D printed electrode headset. And the OpenBCI board fits right into this on the back. So we can create a standalone device that you can then put on your head. The Ultra Cortex is kind of shaped like a plastic mesh with nodes that interface with your scalp through your hair or on your scalp and your forehead. And so you would size the Ultra Cortex to fit your head, and then you can put it on, and we have software that runs on a computer that interfaces with the OpenBCI system, and then we're also software agnostic, so we already have drivers built for us to plug into some pretty impressive software that does, if you will, like interpretation of the EEG signal. OpenVibe is one where you can build your own classifiers, which is what the algorithms are called, that tease out the meaningful information from EEG.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, and I like the idea that people are coming up with their own uses for this technology. You know, do you think that can this negate the need in most cases for, you know, the next step, which is I mean, quite literally drilling a hole in someone's skull and putting in a neuro implant?
You know, the answer is no. I don't think so. EEG is not. I mean, I think that one of the things that we are providing by you know, making Open BCI and providing this low-cost, high-quality tool is the chance for somebody to figure out how to make, you know, the best ambulatory EEG, if you will. Right? You're going to be walking around with a EEG on your head. The noise that you're creating, literally just by moving and walking around, is in the same frequency domain that you're looking at to find EEG. So EEG is really not easy. I mean, I think that the success of a commercial device like Muse, for example, kind of hinges on their angle of trying to create something that's got a meditative thing. I don't know if your customers are familiar with Muse, but it's a commercial headband that you can get that pairs with your phone. You can do meditative practice with. And of course, when you're meditating, you're not moving, so you're bound to be getting a fairly easy signal. So first of all, there's a lot of noise in EEG, and you can't do as much in the world as just a person wandering around doing stuff with EEG as you can with something more invasive. That's really the biggest impediment to
there's room for
EEG
both.
solving this problem.
Well, there's room for both, which is good, because I mean, most people, you know, probably aren't going to line up to have a neuro implant, you know, unless they absolutely need such a thing.
Right.
But the kind of, you know, devices you're talking about have many applications that people may want that aren't perhaps, you know, medically necessary. So it's good that there's multiple options. You know, what's driven, it seems like in the last few years there's been a tremendous surge in technologies around, you know, including neuro implants, but also EEG, other sort of neurotech. And a lot of the ideas that we talked about, you know, for many years and were in the pages of science fiction are starting to become reality. What's driving it?
I think that there's two factors, major factors, and there's a lot of small factors sort of scattered about. Moore's law definitely has a lot to do with this. The fact that you can put so much more into such a small space is huge. It's a huge driver for all kinds of innovation, not just in biomedical sciences, but biomed is definitely, you know, anything that is reward of Moore's law. To a large degree, all things was a real benefit from Moore's law. And all beyond that, I would say, you know, this sort of catch-all phrase of, like, you know, our ability to be able to not only hold and control large amounts of data, but also to process it in a way that can be timely and meaningful. You know what I mean? It's like there's when you do EEG, if you're running an EEG and you're trying to store the data, you're getting an enormous amount of data. I can do tests. I test the hardware. I kind of play around with it myself, and you know, I'm getting gigabyte files. You know, easy. And that's, you know, we can handle that. We can manage that. But because we can is also why. And then machine learning, artificial intelligence, all of these advances in the way that we're able to create software and algorithms that essentially do a lot of work for us in terms of deciding what is meaningful and customizing to a certain set of parameters. Because we're all original organisms, right? So my EEG is different than your EEG. And if we're both going to try to do some concentration let's say brain biofeedback thing, the software that is going to be running that has to be flexible enough to train with you to know what your concentration looks like in EEG, and also mine. You can't just have one piece of software that just makes for one person and built from the ground up again. I think those are really the two major factors that are making this all possible.
You just proved the idea that, hey, we think alike is completely wrong. Thank you so much. This has been great.
You're so welcome, my God. It's totally fun. I'm excited to be a part of your podcast.
Thanks so much, Joel. This has been great to hear what you've been up to, and had a very interesting trajectory in your life. So I'm excited to see where that trajectory leads.
I'll totally keep you updated on all my exploits.
Please do. Thanks so much, Joel. Hope to see you at a Maker Faire soon.
Okay, great. See you. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, David.
The kinds of technologies and applications I think that people are experimenting with right now, using the kind of external biosensors that Joel's making available, those kinds of applications aren't necessarily new, but what I think is really exciting about it is that anybody almost can develop these kinds of applications and pursue experiments in their garage for less than $100, which is fairly amazing.
That's what I like about it, is kind of this merge of art and technology. That's what they're doing. I've seen really cool things with a little heart sensor that they've made. It looks kind of like a little silhouette of a heart with a wire sticking out of it, and you can attach it to anything. And so people put it in their hoodies, and they have LEDs that are kind of broadcasting their emotional states and things like that. So just the way this opens up opportunities for experimentation kind of reminds me of the early computer revolution, where once computers got cheap enough to get into the hands of people who are creative and artistic, you saw this whole new way of using technology that surprised the developers of that technology.
Absolutely, and I think that besides these sort of fun and artistic pursuits using this technology, there are real applications around prosthetics and people who are locked in and making interfaces that may not be quite as good or quite as high resolution as medical device companies can offer. They're still very powerful, and they're better than having nothing. As William Gibson said, the street finds its own uses for things. I think it'll be really interesting when these technologies get into the hands of people who really need them the most, but historically have been unable to afford them. Thanks for listening to For Future Reference. I'm David Peskovitz.
And I'm Mark Frauenfelder. For more information about Institute for the Future and to subscribe to the For Future Reference podcast, visit iftf.org.
For Future Reference is underwritten by a grant from the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation, with production support from Parker Yesko and BMP Audio. Greg Fleischett composed the music. Hi, I'm David Peskovitz.
And I'm Mark Frauenfelder.
And you're listening to For Future Reference, a podcast from the Institute for the Future. In every episode of For Future Reference, we talk with scientists and engineers whose forward-thinking research has the potential to transform our lives over the coming decade. Today on For Future Reference, we talk to Saul Griffith, a MacArthur Genius Grant winner and the founder of Other Lab, an independent research organization that explores technologies around robotics, solar energy, energy storage, manufacturing, and many other areas. Saul's always been very interested in climate change and new technologies that could potentially alleviate climate change. And at Institute for the Future, this has been an area that we've studied since the very beginning. In fact, in 1978, our past president, Roy Amara, posted one of the earliest convenings on global climate change and how it could impact our lives over the coming decades.
Provato a guardare il menu, non l'ho trovato.
I'm Paul Griffith. I work at other lab. I run other lab. It's an independent research and development company in San Francisco. We run nearly a dozen projects in science and applied science and engineering. Nearly all of those projects are focused on either technologies, energy technologies to alleviate climate change, or on robotics and industrial automation.
So Saul, ever since I've known you, which has been a long time, you know, you've always had a lot to say about climate change, and also been very quick to have ideas that I had never heard of how to try to alleviate some of the impacts. And it seems that you're still very active in that area.
I'm actually working on writing a book at the moment about what we know about energy data, and if you were good at planning, how you would use that energy data to solve our climate problem. And looking at that data, I'm reading a huge amount of literature that was written